You're still wrong,
No,
beautiful.
I'm very right.
I love you.
No, I'm right.
I love you.
I love you too, but I'm still right.
So let's get it. All right, this is the Fox News report. Let's see how this goes.
Fox's alert now to Texas. The jury has reached a verdict in the case of the former Dallas police officer charged with killing her neighbor, finding her guilty of murder. Casey Stiegel in a moment, but let's listen to this now.
She look like she might kill somebody.
No, babe, she's just
We,
going
the
through
jury,
stuff.
unanimously find the defendant, Amber Guyger, guilty of murder. As
But listen to the
charged in
different
indictment.
comments.
No outbursts.
Everybody, we're gonna listen to the difference in the how do you say that word? Commentary from different channels, because then we're gonna look up the law for murder, homicide, or capital murder in the state of Texas, and let's see which one makes sense. And then we're gonna find out, was this a setup from the start? All right, let's play it.
And it is signed by the presiding juror, who is juror number 11. Mr. Rogers, would you like to have the jury poll? You may be seated, Ms. Guyger. We're going to take a break. You all have a long lunch break today, and we will resume court at 1 p.m. Okay? All right.
So Amanda Guyger is the former Dallas police officer. As you've been following this case, she came home to what she claimed was her apartment, and inside that apartment she shot a man. After calling 911, she said at least 20 times during that 911 call, Sandra, that I thought it was my apartment, I thought it was my apartment.
Hold up. So now they telling us she stated over 20 times she thought it was her apartment. She thought it was her apartment. Let's back that up again, folks. Bell 9.
After calling 911, she said at least 20 times during that 911 call, Sandra.
Bell
I
9.
thought it was my apartment. I thought it was my apartment. The sound you hear in the background is the family of the deceased who are reacting inside that courtroom.
This is a Southside Dallas apartment.
Sorry, folks. We're going to repeat that one more time. My dog was acting up.
She said at least 20 times during that 911 call, Sandra, that I thought it was my apartment. I thought it was my apartment. The sound you hear in the background is the family of the deceased who are reacting inside that courtroom.
This is a Southside Dallas apartment. She said she confused.
Question. If she said she thought it was her apartment, she thought it was her apartment, what does that mean?
If she thought it was her apartment? I mean, what does that mean? Okay.
She
So
thought it
she
was
thought
her
wrong.
apartment. Yeah, she thought wrong.
She thought wrong.
Now, if you think wrong, is
So
that
that
clearly
means somebody
bad,
can think
or
that this is, that the house we live in is their house and just come in and shoot and kill me and I'm sitting on the couch? You think that's okay?
No, I don't think it's okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Same way, how many times, I know I've done this plenty of times, that you go to the car that you think is yours in the parking lot, but it's really not yours. So if I go to a car,
So how do you
somebody
know?
sitting in there, boom, 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 boom. When I open up the door and I see, oh, well, that's not, oh, this ain't my car.
So how could you tell that wasn't your
Because
car?
there's stuff in there that's not mine, and I recognize the difference.
Really?
Yeah.
I did that when I thought I had, the car your daughter's driving, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I walked up to the wrong car. How do I know it wasn't a car I was supposed to get in?
Because it has different things in it that are not yours. It looks
No, I
different.
couldn't open the door.
Right, that too.
Okay. I'm just saying there's clear things that separates the difference It's between you knowing and not knowing.
Right.
But we go farther with this case. Let's go.
Used his apartment for her own. She walked in. The door that eventually
All
they were
right,
able to
hold on.
confirm
We're
was
gonna
left.
pause. Back it up. We had to talk.
That I thought it was my apartment. I thought it was my apartment. The sound you hear in the background is the family of the deceased who are reacting inside that courtroom.
This is a Southside Dallas apartment. She said she confused his apartment for her own. She walked in. The door that eventually were able to confirm was left slightly ajar. The prosecutor made the case in the courtroom.
What did she just say? Beautiful.
Say that again.
No, I was just wondering what she said because she said something that was kind of special.
Her own. She
Hold
walked
up,
in.
hold up. Not there. Right here. We'll back it
Many
up.
times during that 911 call, Sandra.
This is when they're gonna talk
That I
about
thought
the
it was
door
my
of the
I thought it was
apartment.
my apartment. The sound you hear in the background is the family of the deceased who are reacting inside that courtroom.
This is a Southside Dallas apartment. She said she confused his apartment for her own. She walked in. The door that eventually were able to confirm was left slightly ajar.
What is
Door was
slightly?
Door was left ajar.
Now, what does that mean
Okay?
to you?
So the door was left kind of open. Is what they're saying, which I don't.
So if you
I
walked
don't
up,
100% believe that to begin with, because why would the door be slightly ajar and he's sitting in the house eating ice cream? Open, like he didn't lock it, I believe that, but slightly ajar, no, I believe that's something they made up for their case.
but if you was to come up to the door to come in the house and it's open, granted we got kids, but if we didn't, it's just you and I. Would you not think something's wrong?
I mean, I'll be on alert, but as soon as I walk in and see there's different crap in here, hey, it's not my place. Let me walk back out. Simple.
But we have to see the layout of the apartment to know
It's a red mat before you even walk in there, and you don't have a red mat.
how many times you look at a mat when you walk into the house.
I would very much understand a red mat. This is not my house.
Okay.
Red, that's a very distinct color. It's very bright.
It is. Okay. I agree.
The prosecutor made the case in the courtroom that he had a very distinct red mat outside of his apartment to make it very clear, because so many of the apartments looked identical in that apartment building. But
The apartments look identical.
Well, most all apartments do, because that's why they're apartments.
Okay. That's it.
Yes. They're apartments. That's why he put the red mat out there, because people kept mistaking it, because I guess the way that it was set up, the way they came into the apartment was like their you know how you have the what you call them when you drive in, parking decks, I guess. You go to the different
Yeah, his
floors so
apartment.
people can get off on a different floor and go into the wrong apartment. Okay, that's why he put the red mat out on his door, so people can know, okay, this is not your apartment, this is my apartment. Kind
Got
of
it.
distinguish it from the other ones.
Okay.
to make it very clear, because so many of the apartments looked identical in that apartment building. Botham Jean is the man on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. He was 26-year-old. She was shot by that police officer. She walked in fully dressed in her police uniform that evening.
Yeah, Gene lived in the upstairs apartment. This happened in late 2018 as he sat in his living room eating vanilla ice cream on a sofa, and that's where his life ended that day. Jurors saw dramatic body cam footage of the first responder.
That part is sad. Getting killed in your own place.
Eating
I agree.
ice cream.
But what kind though? I
It's
mean,
vanilla.
you think
Eh?
you like vanilla? I'm chocolate like a mug. Hmm?
I don't like chocolate.
Hey, you need like butter pecan or something
I need, like,
with some
butter
chocolate
pecan
in it, some
something,
flavor
yeah.
and some coloring.
I need some flavor in it, but I don't like chocolate.
Don't be get caught slipping out here in these streets. Alright. Back to the thing. Baby wants some vanilla.
living room, eating vanilla ice cream on a sofa, and that's where his life
They did
ended
say
that
no.
day. Jurors saw
That's his
dramatic
problem.
body cam footage
That's his problem.
of the first responders who arrived, assessed the situation. All that was entered in the court during this trial.
The judge for the trial, Judge Tammy Kemp, in a big ruling in this case on Monday, said that the jury would be allowed to consider the Castle Doctrine. It passed in 2007 in Texas.
I wonder did they do it? They should have. I wish they would have
Hold
done the
on,
layout
pause.
of her apartment versus his apartment.
No, pause.
Yeah.
Live
What
from
we're gonna
South
do?
Country, this is WF.
All right. Pause.